Hi all, welcome back to more Fields of Fire. The Normandy campaign, mission 4, Hill 192 offensive. This is my part 7, so the third part of today, hoping to just squeeze this in before the end of the night. It is starting to move on a little bit, but if it goes smoothly I should be able to get a part in, I think. Now we're on turn 4 only, and at the initiative segment, platoon HQ at Impulse, we've got 2 platoons to activate, so that's where we're at. First platoon, third platoon. First platoon's got 9 commands saved anyway. It's here. It's gonna move up here and hopefully resolve the slight issue we look like we're going to have with that. And then the third platoon's here. Not quite sure. Well, it's got a lot of. It's maybe want to unpin and get this mortar fire that should have happened a while ago. Something like that, probably. Now, I've got. I'm going to have my son and a friend coming over again a week today. So I'm kind of hoping, because I probably want to play a game on this table. I still actually have Red Storm still set up over there. John, if you're watching, I've got fears of it getting taken down, to be honest. Yeah, I wish I hadn't started that other scenario as well. I think I said that a few times. I don't suppose I knew I was going to move on to something else, and I will move back to it. It's difficult when you're wanting to enjoy yourself, and not that I wasn't enjoying myself, but you sometimes need to move on to something else. I've felt a couple of times playing this even still that I'm like, am I just pushing it too far and sort of burning yourself out a little bit? But however, I also am one for like wanting to get more plays out of my games. Yeah, we'll all buy new games and it's nice to get a new game and whatever, but do you really give it the time that it deserves? Yeah, it's difficult to get a balance, I know. Yeah, and I was mentioning on our table because, like I say, I'm going to have friends up, my son and a friend, and probably like to play on this table. So we're at turn 4, hopefully get that finished tonight. So then we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've still got 6 turns to go. However, maybe what have we got potential contact wise? We've got 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And then obviously the objectives. We don't need to do these 3 if we don't want to. We probably will try and do that. But anyway, my point is that is a week going to be enough for me to clear this mission so that I can tear this down? It's possible. My work-wise, it's not too bad. So maybe. And maybe if I just go on with things right now rather than talk about things, we might stand a better chance. And if I don't, I'll work something else out anyway. Okay. Platoon HQ Impulse. There's nothing more to talk about, is there? No, I mentioned the comments that Andrew made recently. There's nothing else there just now. Yeah, so let's go. So what do I want to do first? First platoon or third platoon? Probably first. Yeah, I think first. Mind you, he's the one that's got the 9 commands. Oh, just realised that because I'm pretty sure there's no VOF on this card now because of what happened. That will then mean we cannot infiltrate onto that. Well, it's just fine, to be honest. It doesn't really matter, does it? No. Yeah, and what are you going to do up there? I'm not going to do an awful lot once I move up there, am I? Or is there a chance? No, because it's not There's no potential contact marker there, there, or there. There is one here. Hang on a sec. Right, sorry, got dragged away there. Yeah, so we're probably not going to do much more other than do that. Yeah, got these other potential contact markers that could get you points, but I feel like we should just push forward first, and then we do need to get this one. But I think third platoon's more equipped for that, isn't it? Okay, I'll activate first platoon. I just don't think I'm going to do enough of what with them. So they've got 9 commands saved. And they're veteran, obviously. And so a +1, but this is going to be in the small number. Things, okay. So a 3 + 1 is 4. So they've got 13 commands. Yeah, I'm not quite sure they're going to be doing... is there anything else they can do? Not really, is there? No, I don't think there is. Not that I can see, anyway. Right, so we're going to platoon move the first platoon. I suppose we put everything under this cover marker, so we kind of need to go... Well, we don't need to go there, but... It seems kind of more sensible to go there. I don't think anything can affect us. So... Yeah, so I'm going to platoon move up under the cover beside the COHQ and the battalion HQ. So that's going to cost me 2. So I've still got 11 commands, but I kind of feel like... Well, I'll get these moved up first anyway. Right, so that's my platoon move up into there, under the cover, so everybody there's exposed. Got the COHQ and the regimental brigade commander in there as well. So hopefully he's allowed to be in there. And then when we get there, we can then open fire again. And I'll put an RPD, although PDS not required here. And it's going to be with the light machine gun, automatic weapons from the light machine gun. Remember, the heavy machine gun couldn't fire because it was exposed. So we do get automatic weapons on that guy. And he's a pin paralyzed team, so he cannot fire back. But I think we're going to capture him anyway before the combat. No, yeah, it will be, yeah. Okay, so I've still got 11 commands, of which I can spend another 4. But yeah, just leave it, Grant. I don't think you're going to do anything there. Just save the 9 and be done with it. So I'm going to lose 2 and then just save 9 again. Oops. For our first platoon. Yeah. Yeah, because I couldn't... It's not that I can move further up anyway. Not quite sure what we're going to do. What we're going to do with this. I mean, we've got this sort of sorted now, but... Well, I suppose we spotted this now as well, haven't we? Yeah, it's because we're firing another way, aren't we? Maybe we could do a shift fire with somebody. That's what I was saying, wasn't I? At least put a little bit of pressure onto that. Sorry, that. That's the Panzerschreck, isn't it? The bazooka thing. Yeah, you've got to keep an eye on that. Don't want that firing on a cover marker or giving all the negative modifiers. Right, so that's first done. So third is a bit different story because he's got none saved. He is veteran and maybe undercover. Yeah, he is. He's veteran under the cover. That's why we couldn't activate him, because he went under the foxholes when he moved up here. So +1 for being veteran, +1 for being undercover. This is the small number though, so with a +2, yeah, so we get 2 +2 is 4, so 4 commands. Pretty decent, but I think, yeah, I could have done more. I think there's things I want to do. Well, we're fortunate the 3rd platoon, the HQ didn't get pinned again from the fire. But the mortar forward observer still pinned, and we could do with getting him unpinned and getting some mortar fire on that card, I think. I'm not sure what the dog's bark. That's the little one, but I don't know, she doesn't really bark that much, but so yeah, so 3rd platoon HQ is you've only got 4 commands, that's the thing. And we're only getting small arms up there, and that's actually from the fire team side of this bazooka. Right, so let's try and unpin the forward observer. So given 1 command from the 3rd platoon HQ, and that's a rally attempt. So that is the originator, isn't it? I don't know why I keep not remembering these things. Attempt to remove a pinned, use originator, yeah. So the originator's veteran, and we're trying to unpin the mortar forward observer. Did I use my command? I did. I had 4. So I've moved that down 3. I'm going to draw 3 cards, because it's 2 plus the 1 for the experience, and we're wanting rally. Yeah? Yes, let's go. That's a no. That's a no. Oh, come on. We struggled with this last time, didn't we? So, do we exhort? Yeah, I suppose we do. Yeah, because you are still going to get general initiative, so you might. Right, so I'm going to exhort, so spend a 2nd command to draw 1 more card to try and get rally. Here we go. Yes, it was worth it. Good. Okay, so we've got 2 commands left. Right, that's fine then, because that can let us use the mortar and exhort, I suppose, if it comes to it. Right, so the mortar's now not pinned. Is the word you're looking for, Grant? Right, hang on. These are all pinned, yeah, and everybody's under foxholes. Right, so the mortar's fine now. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna give the 3rd platoon to order the mortar forward observer to call for fire on this card. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, I think so. I need to get this sorted and get moving on. And this is where there's a potential contact as well, so... Yeah, okay, so I'm going to do that. So it's a 3-card draw for the mortar, call for fire. It's only a -3 for the mortar. What? We never found out about that TOT thing, did we? Where's that? I never looked it up yet. I mean, it's really an artillery thing. I mean, yes, you can get the mortar to call for it, but it's only a 2-card draw. Yeah, I'll stick with the mortar thing anyway, but I need to have a look for that. Fire missions. Yeah, well, that's on my mind. Give me a second. Right, this must be it here. Page 58, 7.16.2 available fire mission types. Time on target, TOT. This is a more complex fire mission where all rounds of the first volley hit the ground at the same time. It is effective as it gives the target no time to take cover, but it takes time and planning. Right, I think we need more than that, eh? Yeah, I want to say I read something about this. I'm remembering something. Does it take an extra turn or something? Register targets. Time on target. Yeah, you know what? I'll just leave it for now. Rather than get involved in something. There must be more about it than that. It's not, it's kind of brief, that, isn't it? Yeah, must be missing some more information there, I think. So we'll come back to that once. I'll try and remember to look it up and when I've got a bit more time. Yeah, so we're just going to do a normal call for fire. I spent the command, haven't I? See, you do these things and then you go away yakking and you forget. I had 4 commands. One was to attempt to rally, then the next one was to attempt to exhort, then the next one is now attempt the fire mission. Yeah, and then I've got 1 to exhort that if I really feel the need. So we're drawing 3 cards to call for mortar fire. Looking for the burst symbol. 3 cards. Here we go. That's a no. That's a yes. Remember, nah, that doesn't count. It's only artillery that we do have the battalion fire missions, but it's only for artillery. This is a mortar call for fire, so I'm not even going to look that up because I feel like you look too many things up when you know the answer. Here's what do you see? I bet I'll come back that I've got it wrong or something. No, I don't think so. Right. Incoming. Well, pending fire on here. Right. Good. So we've 1 command left for 3rd platoon. I don't know. Rally the bazooka team. Don't know. Unpin the paralyzed team. Save the command. Might be the answer you're looking for. Yeah. Stop, Grant. You're stopping the fire in here. This all pan mark. This VOF's going to go away. These guys are going to be able to unpan. So just leave it. Keep the command. I mean, what's the point in them trying to rally the bazooka team back? I don't think there's a point there. No. Okay, I'm going to save that last command of 3rd platoons. Right, we're done with the activation. All the activations are done. Apart from, well, general initiative now. So unmodified small number. What do we get? A 3. Ooh, that's tasty. What can we do with a 3? Well, right away I was thinking about possible shift fire. That's something on my mind. We've got a pending fire mission there. We've got a pending fire mission there. Unpinning this guy wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. He's fine, but we're all pinned. Yeah, he's 13 as well. So yeah, so that's not the worst idea. Well, what about this shift fire? What are you getting from that then, Grant? Well, it was either shift fire from this to this. What you're gonna lose the crossfire. Am I still only getting small arms? No. Yeah, I've not updated that, have I? Because this 2nd platoon moved up. Yeah, so this is not small arms anymore. The heavy machine gun is exposed, so it is not firing. However, the light machine gun here is firing. So we do have automatic weapons and not small arms. Kind of irrelevant, I suppose, because we're we've called fire in, but so maybe a reason to shift fire, but then you lose the crossfire, don't you? And these guys shifting fire, well, these are all pinned, eh? Oh, yuck, right. Well, it's maybe a time to do that though, isn't it? Or call fire in with artillery on it. That. I like the idea of unpinning that, maybe doing some of that, and then there's not really anything else. I mean, I'll find something, but yeah, I'll find something. Well, if we unpin that, maybe a grenade attack. Shall we try the unpin first? Yeah, assault team attempting to unpin himself, be a 2-card draw. Yeah, let's do that first. So that drops to 2. And we're going to try and rally the pin marker of that guy. So it's a 2-card draw because he's line. And looking for rally. No, damn. Yeah, can't exhort. Right, okay, well, we give it a go. Yeah, I think I'm going to shift fire from here. So the second platoon HQ, I'm going to give him a command to order a shift fire over to here. So I'm pretty sure this is okay. So we are now firing on that card. They're still trading fire like that, and we're firing across like that. I don't think there's a problem with that. So what's going to happen there, unfortunately, is the crossfire will go away, and the automatic weapons is going to downgrade to all pinned. But I'm doing that just now because we've got the pending fire mission. I mean, okay, we're losing the crossfire, which might have been useful right enough, because there is a bunker there, Grant. Now let's go with that. Let's go with that. We can call firing again on it. So, and then this now fires on this card, and again the heavy machine gun isn't available yet, but the automatic weapons from the light machine gun is. So we get that on there. That's all. But however, I've got 1 point left, and I thought about firing the bazooka at that guy in the foxholes here, maybe. I can't see anything else really that. And unpinning that guy would have been nice, but well, we tried that, we failed. So yeah, let's. You could concentrate fire. I think a grenade attempt would be better. Yeah, let's use our bazooka, second bazooka, to attempt a grenade attack on that. So second bazooka, I think they were all veteran, weren't they? Or did we lose one? No, one of them's been as a fire team at the moment, but it's still classed as veteran. That's fine. Well, actually, while it's on its fire team side, yeah, it's going to have to be green, isn't it? Yeah, that's true. I think a fire team is green, even if it's flipped from if it's on its non-weapon side. Right, anyway, that one's veteran, Grant. So we get a 3-card draw for a grenade on that foxholes. So let's give that a go. 1, 2, 3. As usual, I looked across at the discard pile and what did I see? A big grenade. Right, here we go. Yeah, that'll do. Ooh, critical. Right, so critical grenade hat. He's got a cover marker. Well, it's okay, but I think if he didn't have a cover marker, we get 2 grenades, I think. It might be different with the grenades. Let me just probably 7. Rule 7 somewhere. Grenade attack, critical hat. 2 more cards. I should show you. Page 55, 7.10.3, grenade attack, critical hit. 2 more cards with grenade icons are drawn. A critical hit occurs with the following results. Target loses the benefit of cover markers, including field fortifications and buildings, when calculating the NCM during combat effects. Place a critical hit grenade marker as a reminder. Don't have them. This applies regardless of the VOF used to calculate the NCM in the combat effects segment. Okay. Target is not undercover. 2 grenade markers are placed on it, and both are counted in the calculation. So that's what you got a better result really if it's not undercover. But it's still good enough. We get a grenade -4. Well, you can see it would be -8 if it wasn't undercover. But we get to ignore the I'm going to put it on top because it is critical. So it'll be -4 against him and. Yeah, use a small number, yeah, because a grenade came across that way. So yeah, so -4, ignoring the cover, +1. So it's going to be on a -3. He's going to be drawn. So that's pretty good. Right, that was our last initiative command, and that's that. Right, now to see what they might do to spoil all our plans. Yes, indeed. So enemy, yeah, that's us then. Yeah, enemy higher HQ event phase. Let's go. Here we go. And we get 1. Ooh. Right then. So we had a friendly one on our side, and we're getting an enemy on their side now. And yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I understand them all. Well, I say I understand them now. I've come around to realising that my thinking was a bit daft regarding how these work. Yeah, I had a comment from somebody else again. Sorry, I can't remember the name at the time. And yeah, I agree with what he was saying, but I also feel like if it was written a bit clearer, just for daft folk like myself that like maybe don't think in the way that because that says enemy higher HQ events, it only applies to the enemy. I mean, the thing is that. Well, this counter attack, for instance, it's here. Yeah, I forgot about that. They've got counter attack. Oh no. Anyway, let's go on that. Right. So we don't want a 9 or a 10 here. Yeah, we do not. Okay. So drawing on a 10. Oh, 7. That was getting a bit too high. 7. Not a 9 or a 10, so only just. Fall back, move all unpinned units straight back 1 card. What? Oh, mind you, he's got a lot of stuff pinned. I'll tell you what he's not got pinned though. Right, fall back. Well, we know what fall back does. We know they want to move out of line of sight first and then best cover second. That's their only priorities. They don't care if they're moving on to mines or whatever. Yeah, and I also asked a sort of follow-up question. I know this is kind of like off topic a little bit. My question had been last night. What was it again? It wasn't about going back to the mines. No, it was. Have I talked about this? Maybe I haven't. I asked about, I can't even remember what it was. Fall back. No, it wasn't fall back. Right, give me a sec. Yeah, I don't think I did talk about this actually. you'd be glad to hear. So I'll do it now. Yeah, I posted a question last night, and it's something I've talked about quite a few times, and it was about concentrate fire, and the fact that concentrate fire just says, yeah, it's just in the actions part, Grant. It just says select either a stack of units. Now remember, when it's talking this way, this is for our purpose. It's a wee bit, I still find this a little bit tricky certainly for new players getting into the game, I think, because, the enemy use this as well in their kind of way, so they don't select, well, they do in a random kind of way, but, what I'm saying is the way it's worded. Oh, you know what, we'll not go into that. Let's just see what it says. So select either a stack of units under a cover marker or one random unit out of cover as a target. So if you've got an option of concentrate fire, and my example was there's 6 units under a cover marker and there's 2 other single units outside the cover marker, right? And if it was us, I mean, it's not dead cert that you would pick the cover marker, but you've got to think that it's going to be -1 to every one of the 6 units under the cover marker, or you could randomly pick between the 2 units that are outside the cover marker, so you're not even guaranteed to get the one that you would maybe want. So it's more than likely in a situation like that you're probably going to say, look, let's just hit the cover marker, right? So my question was, if the enemy activity is to concentrate fire and there are, say, 6 units under cover marker and 2 other units not under cover, do they randomise on a 3 between the cover and the 2 other single units? Because there's nothing to say. That's what I think it should be. There's nothing to say, but it just felt a little strange. And Andrew comes back, yeah, draw once for the area. So he's saying if you've got cover 1, cover 2, and then out of cover, you would randomize between the 3. If you had 2 cover markers with units under it, and then 1 that was outside cover, or you could have 3 units under 1 cover marker, 2 units under 1 cover marker, and 3 units that are not under cover. They're the 3 areas that you're looking for: cover 1, cover 2, or out of cover. So you randomise between that, and then if you get the out of cover area, draw again to decide which out of cover unit is targeted. So, yeah, I mean, fair enough, but it just seemed, it feels to me like the AI in that situation could sort of have a little bit more of a sort of say in things. When I say the AI has a say, what I mean is a bit more priority in there maybe towards that. I mean, I know this game's been like this for a while, and maybe I shouldn't be debating how the rules are, because the rules in themselves have been challenging enough to get through, and you need to have set kind of things. But I mean, I've played games before where the AI will have selections like that, and I've not got an issue with it. Sometimes it's better just for the AI to have that, and maybe I should just leave it at that and shut up and move on. But I did follow up, and I said, okay, Andrew, I assume this must be the case, thanks. Any idea why they don't put more consideration on the cover, especially if it's got multiple steps? I would think as a player you would highly likely target the cover if it had multiple steps, but I guess not always. But the fact that if you've got one random unit outside the cover, then maybe, because if that was maybe a special unit, that was outside the cover, you might sort of say, well, I'm going to target outside the cover because I really want to hit that, rather than the 6 steps or 10 steps that are under the cover marker. Maybe 6 units or whatever, but it's probably more likely you're going to target the cover. But again, like I say, these games for the AI, they go so far, and maybe just have to stop somewhere. But I suppose I was wanting an idea of why, Colin came back with this, and I've not replied to you yet, guys, but I will at some point. And I was going to reply to Colin's one separately as well, but then I started thinking of something else. So he says, think of it as a range of things, Grant. It might be that the enemy don't actually know how many are in the cover. Okay. Your guys might all be hunkering down at the time the enemy are looking to shoot and not presenting a target. Or just the fact that hitting someone in the open is much easier. So maybe when they saw those guys, they just went for the easy shot this time. I mean, fair enough if you're looking at all that. What my reply to that is, if it's a player, he doesn't have any of the issues. You know, I know how many things are in the cover. I know what's in the open. You know, that's my point there. It's like, for me, there's an advantage, I think. It's fair enough. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a tough game. And the reason I'm saying that maybe it should be harder here for us, you know, for the player. It should be harder. That maybe the AI should make a bit more, you know, think about it a bit more, buy some extra priorities possibly. You know, how many steps on the cover marker, you know. I mean, that's a change in the rules. That's not like, let's clarify these rules. That is a change in the rules. So, you know, that needs the designer to sort of say, right, we're going to change this because Grant says that, you know, well, not that, but you know what I'm saying, eh? And then also was going to add there, but then I started thinking about something after this. I also was going to add the fact about the minefield and how we asked the question before about falling back into the minefield. And again, you know, I thought, well, if we were to move, the only reason we moved into that minefield was to get because we had to achieve the mission goal. And Andrew's already said, look, you should take that minefield away and not had that there. So, I mean, fair enough. And the new mission boots are not going to have that issue, so it's going to be fine. But apart from that, I wouldn't move into that minefield because I know it's there. I mean, so why would the AI fall back in that minefield? However, I watched myself going back on the video previously. When I watched it, I talked about the fact, well, I suppose that we didn't know that minefield was there when we went into that card initially. So how do they know that there's a minefield there? You know, I don't know. My guess is they probably put it there, but yeah, maybe not though. You know, they didn't know it was there the first time, and then we knew it was there. So I was going to start arguing that case a bit, and then I thought, well, that does make some sense a little bit. And then Andrew also replied, remember, everyone is in cover, right? But this is good to finish this off. Everyone is in cover. It's true. You're on the card. You're in cover. Nobody is out in the open except the exposed guys momentarily as they rush from one place to the next. There's nothing in front of the enemy but incoming fire coming from somewhere. So, yeah. And this next bit, I didn't click to this one. So he said at point blank range, the enemy does actually choose the cover marker with the most steps. 6.1.1. I'm just going to have a glance at that because I did mean to look at that earlier. Because I wouldn't have thought about that. Right, hang on a sec till I find it. Yeah, I was struggling there for a while, but it's in the little chart, yeah. So, if an enemy unit, it says, when it's choosing a target, you know, normally it says the card with the most friendly steps, random if equal. However, number 2 here is, if choosing a target on the same card, unit/cover marker with most steps. So, only when it's on the same card. Yeah. Well, there you go. So, yeah, that's what the guys came back with, and I just thought I'd put that out there. It seemed like something to ask what their thoughts were on how it was and whatever, but, you know, again, there's many of these solo games that I've played where the AI do slightly strange things, and it's fine. Usually they get to cheat a little bit. If you think about it, their ceasefire and shift fire is all built in. So they get to do that on the fly, if you like, and we've got to give orders and that. I mean, it's assumed that they are given the orders. So that's one thing that they get to do. And there's probably a few others, nothing I can think of at the top of my head, but anyway. Right, we'll leave that at that. Now, how did I get all there then? We're going to place a package. Oh, it was about falling back, wasn't it? Yeah. So the packet... No, we're not placing a package again. We're going to resolve the enemy higher HQ event. Fall back. Move all unpinned units. Straight back, one card. Right, straight back suggests only one thing. Straight back, does it not? I hope so. You know, you could sort of say, well, is that not straight? Is that straight? Well, you would think that's straight. Right, unpinned units. Well, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of pinned units in here. This is pinned. This is pinned. These are enemy units I'm pointing at. That's friendly. They're friendly. All this is friendly. So these two are pinned. This is pinned. The squad and the paralyzed team, however, the leader is not pinned. And frustratingly, I don't think this guy's pinned, is he? No. Well, there's a good part. He's going to move off the map. So retreat all unpinned units straight back one card. This guy's going away, right? He's leaving the foxholes there. The grenade now becomes a grenade miss because he goes away. We resolved that one we found that one out down the line. So his Panzerschreck didn't do anything. So it goes away. If I can score out on the thing. So he's went away. And I want to say the leader's going to go away then. Retreat all unpinned units. Straight back one card. Yeah, I can't see another way out of that one. The leader's going, and I mean, he's going to take his rifle grenade well, I think. So this is pretty good for us, really. Where do the leaders go? No. Yeah. And the rifle grenade, maybe on there. Yeah, I mean, that's the only I can... I think that's right, really. There's nothing I can take from that. I'll put the pin marker on top of the bunker. Yeah, because they're both pinned. And then, like I say, this is pinned, so it can't move back. Yeah, so kind of a result, right? Is there anything, can we update anything there? Possibly. Well, there's nothing firing on this anymore. Well, sorry, not from this card. So that comes away. The crossfire comes away. It's not small arms anymore because it's all pinned. This is all good stuff for us. The grenade miss is still there, and we're firing with automatic weapons at nothing now. That's fine. And then, well, it was just a leader that went away there, so nothing changed there, I don't think. We're firing with all pinned, yeah. Yeah, so we now want to shift fire back to that, but... Okay, well, I think that was quite a good event for us, really. Yeah. Right, let's move on and get this finished. It's pushing on now a bit. Right, okay, so moving on. Hang on, I forgot to do something. Right, okay, here we go. Right, enemy activity. Right, well, there's 2 less enemies to check. So, coming along, we have... Right, so... No, it was the guy went away from here. So, we've got 1, 2 on this card. So, we've got... Card-wise, we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've got 3 cards. So, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Randomize that. We get a 1. So, it's going to be the... pinned squad. Is it a squad? 2-step squad, I think. Yeah, and paralyzed unit under the bunker there. So between the two, I'll just carry on randomising. Again, nothing's been talked about that. So the squad's a 1, the paralysed team's a 2. We get a 1. So the squad, which is pinned. Enemy what pinned, yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately their leaders left them. How harsh. Huh? So if they'd had a leader, I think, well, my guess is things get slightly better for them. Like regarding rally, they've probably got a better chance of rally or whatever. Yeah, see, not applicable, no action. They would not take no action if they had a leader, but the leaders went away. I mean, it was a unit as well, I think. Yeah, I can only... I need to be told otherwise that was wrong. Okay, so 2-step squad, pinned on the same card, no. Now they are undercover as well, so it's pinned undercover. So that's what they're looking at. And it's on a 4, so let's just draw a card and get on with it. We've got a 4. Oh, that could be fall back. It is. Pinned undercover, they're going to fall back. Okay. Well, we must be suddenly putting a lot of pressure on them because they're away as well then. They would fall back off the map. So that 1-2 squad is away. I think I had him marked down as well, didn't I? Yeah. In fact, is the light machine gun team still here? Yeah, I think that's there, isn't it? Oh, not that you could see that, but so well, that now means the fire stops. Now, does that happen right away? See, is that an issue? I mean, does that happen before I check the activity of that guy? I don't think it matters, but could it matter maybe? If the unit fall, I don't know. Yeah, should I adjust things now? Well, I'm going to do it because I don't think it matters to this, but I'll leave that one in there. If anyone has any thoughts on that, in case it does matter, because this is a pinned, paralysed team, so that can't fire. So that is not firing both ways. We are firing at it still. It is not firing at us, and that all pinned fire comes away. And we're still firing at it. We all pinned. Yeah, all that works. Okay, so now we're going to check the pinned paralysed team. And it's the same. Just think if we then came here and there was an option about are you trading fire, for instance? I know these are pinned, but I'm just trying to think. If we were on the other side there and we were checking 2 units on a card, and before the enemy activity check, we were trading fire, and there was a fall back action from one of the units. Now we're then not trading fire. You know what I mean? So do we still... Is it like the combat segment where you still consider everything until all the units on the card have done their thing, maybe? I don't know. I'm not so sure about that one. Right, it doesn't matter here. Just what was in my mind. Maybe I'll leave it there and somebody can dissect it and work it out and tell me I'm being silly. Probably. So... pinned undercover, yeah? Yeah, he's in the bunker. So, yeah, it's the same one as we just had. So, on a 4, again, that's a wee shuffle. On a 4, we get a 2. I'll put the deck up before I forget and start shuffling. What is a 2? Is it no action? Pinned undercover, 1 to 2. Yeah, no action, yeah. So, that's them done. So still just shuffling a bit here. So we've got this and this, haven't we? So we need to randomise between the two cards. I'll shuffle in a little bit. Yeah, I know I should pause, shouldn't I? Oh! I forgot about this guy down here. Did I count him the last time? Don't think I did I? Yeah, I think I only checked on a 3, didn't I? 1, 2, 3. That was a bit of a blunder. Maybe not a major one, really, is it? Right. Well, we'll count them this time then. So we've got 1, 2, 3 to select our card. There's nothing else, Grant, before you. No. Yeah, because quite relevant, this guy, because he's about to get captured. So, right. So 1, 2, 3. We get a 2. So this guy here. What is this? Fire team. Some ammunition on. So a pinned fire team on the same card as opposing unit, not undercover. He was not undercover, was he? No. Was he? No, he wasn't. No. So pinned on the same card as opposing unit and not undercover. There we are, there. Right there. And no leader. On a 5. We get a 2. No action? No, it's not. Move into your seat cover. Yeah, we had this last time. I was just about to say, right, okay, he's going to try and seat cover, but we had this the last time with this guy, didn't we? Because there's only one cover on the card. And this guy's got it. So no, we can't do that. So, but it's the same thing. We need to find something for him to do, and he can do no action, or he can do rally, or he can do fall back. So I'm just going to draw another card. I think that's what I've done the last time. Rather than try to, we get a 1. Was it out of 5? A 1, yeah. So that's going to be no action then. So he's not going to do nothing. Okay. Oops, sorry, that was shoddy. Right. So we've done that, guys. So we've got 1 and then 2. We got a 2. So that's this pinned paralysed team. Yeah. Pinned paralysed team that's probably wanting to get out of there if it can. But to be honest, I don't know where it would fall back to. Oh, yeah, maybe. Well, let's see what it does first. So it's pinned on the same card, not undercover. It's the same one. Yeah, it's the same one we've just looked at, isn't it? Pinned on same card as opposing unit and not undercover. So, and no leader. On a 5. There's a 3. Rally? Yeah. Yeah. Rally. Okay. So he's going to attempt to rally the pin marker off him. He's green, so it's a 1 card draw. To get rally, he gets it. So he's not pinned anymore. Does that have an effect? Yeah, it might mean he'll fall back. Yeah, I don't know if that's before capture or not, to be honest. Can't remember. Right, that's that one done. We've got one more, and it's the light machine gun, isn't it? Now he's on his fire team side. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do vaguely recall it now. Yeah, we've got a hit and then got an F result. So he's undercover and pinned. Not on the same card as opposing units. Here's the last one, isn't he? Yeah, 1, done that. We've done that. I kind of forgot about that one. Fair enough. Right, so we're doing that. So pinned. It's not an opposing card. Pinned undercover. So it's that one. No action, rally, or fall back, yeah? Yeah, so on a 4. Got a 4, that's going to fall back, isn't it? Pinned undercover, fall back. Yeah, that's annoying, because we had the pending fire mission coming in there. Right, so where's he going to go? Now, you can drop back with his pin marker, yeah, they can do that, and the enemy have another sort of little cheat that they have, like we were just talking about. And when I say cheat, I'm not meaning it in the, you know, just mean they get to bend certain rules. I think there's an explanation given because you don't know where all the enemies are, you know, because if it was us, we need to go back to where there's a friendly unit and no VOF. They don't have that restriction, but it's because we don't know where their enemy units are. So that's fair enough. There's a reason behind that one. Well, actually, it's maybe going to be here, because that's going to be in line of sight. I don't think that'll be in line of sight, will it? So fall back, and I think he's going to go under the cover marker too. We've looked at this a few times. It's in row 8 somewhere. Fall back priorities. A card that is out of line of sight. Well, that's going to be in line of sight for sure of this guy. Yeah, I mean, it's just the line of sight we're talking. So that's going to be in line of sight of him and them. And that's going to be in line of sight of him. That might be out of line of sight. Yeah, because the only hill we've got is the way back here. Well, we've not. Well, we do actually have something. What's that? We've left that behind. That was the one we put there to try and get the other unit back. Made a right mess of that, I think. We're going to have to get him moving somewhere. So yeah, so the only real hill that we've... I mean, there's a hill up there, yeah, but this is only hill, so just to... this guy can actually see... Well, no, you can see very long range, although his weapon's long range. So 1, 2, 3. So this guy can see into that card there. Because he's on the hill, and he could see along to this way, and he can see right down to there. But nothing can see that card, I don't think. And this, although it's got white borders around this edge, it doesn't here. So we need to have a white border on that corner there for these guys to be able to see into that card. So yeah, so he's gonna move back there, and I'm moving to cover if available. Yes. So keeps his pin marker. He'll use his foxholes behind. He moves undercover. Yeah. He keeps his pin status. And he also becomes exposed. And yeah. Now what is he's nobody to fire at though, is he? Is he close range now? Yeah. Close range automatic weapons, he cannot fire at anybody. So that we still fire into the car, but he's not firing at us. This VOF comes off, but we were getting that result from the pending fire anyway. So it's a bit of a waste. I mean, well, actually no. I was going to say it'll mean we'll be able to move into here next to get this potential contact, but he's going to open fire on us when we move in there, aren't he? Oh well. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, is that's all the enemy activity? So there's maybe not as much combat to deal with now. Right, what are we? Enemy activity checks over. Right, capture segment. Capture any paralyzed alert team in a car with unpinned infantry units with a VOF rating. Yeah, so we are going to capture him anyway. If he got to the next step, it would be retreat any unpinned paralyzed team under a VOF marker 1 card. So he would get the chance to move, but he's alone on a car with unpinned infantry units. So we're going to capture that paralyzed unit. It does give us 2 points. So I'm going to capture him. Now we need to pick... Yeah, I don't want to break another. I'm going to have to use this and break an assault team off of that, I think. So that means that we've got 3 squads and first platoon that are all just two steps. Right, so that would break off an assault team. And then we use him to go and guard the prisoner. But remember, that stays the line that at the end of the mission. When that happens, we still continue to fire with our automatic weapons. So we will burn some ammunition there. There's no other captures, I don't think. No. That's all pinned, yeah. Right, no. And then retreat any unpinned paralysed team, or then retreat any unpinned litter team. There's no any of them. No. Did think enemy casualties on unoccupied and friendly occupied cards are captured. This is we've still got an enemy occupied unit here, so we don't get to capture that just yet till we deal with that other unit. AT combat, none of that. Right, fire mission update segment. This flips to incoming. I was going to say stop this guy for firing out, but he's not firing, is he? They've all disappeared. All our call for fires have scared them off, I think. And then this flips as well. And yeah, stops fire from out of that card, but the guy fell back as well. So probably a waste of fire missions here. Well, might do something to the litter team. Paralysed team, I think. Right, potential contact evaluation segment. Don't think we took any on, did we? No. Hopefully, maybe next turn, maybe. We'll see. Well, yeah, I mean, this looks doable now, doesn't it? I don't know. Well, work on that next turn, Grant. Let's get this turn done. So, and, well, I think we probably are still heavily engaged, aren't we? Yeah, we've got friendly and enemies here. Yeah, we're still heavily engaged, but we're not drawing for any contacts, potential contacts anyway. Pin recovery. Remove pin markers from any vehicle or infantry units that are not under VOF. Right. All these guys now, because we stopped that fire coming in. In fact, well, he stopped it himself by going away. Right, so they become unpinned. So everybody's under the foxholes there. They've not got something else yet. These guys become unpinned because there's no VOF. And they're on the VOF, so they're still pinned. That's on the VOF, it's still pinned. I want to say he's pinned. He is, isn't he? That's coming off as well then. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. Just thinking of something random there. Okay, yeah, so he's now becoming unpinned because of that as well. Because no VOF. Right, now combat. Well, what have we got? For our guys, this guy's under all pinned fire. I want to say that's it, innit? Because they've all moved away. So, well, we'll still stick with how we do it. So, zoom in a little bit. We've got +1 for the card, +1 for the cover. It's an assault team. +2, and then +1 for being pinned is a +3. And then the fire from that is all pinned, so it's +5. So we're getting +5 on that. Yeah, here we go. It was a bad card. +5. Oh, still a pin. That's rotten. Okay. I think that was our only guy. And then they've got this guy, and no, he's away as well. Yeah, just day 2, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so sort this guy out first, the one that's under the -5 incoming. So he gets +2, +3 for the bunker, and then +1 for being pinned. He's +6. Yeah. He's +6, and then the -5 gives him a +1. Yeah, so on a +1, he gets a miss. That right, Grant? That felt awful good, but I mean, I suppose that's what a bunker does for you. Mistake. Damn. You know what it is, you know what it is. The bunker. The bunker, Grant. It could not have been firing on this card. It has to fire that way. It could not have shifted fire, and it did. I'm sure it did, didn't it? It did. In fact, I've just moved that PDF, haven't I? Oh, I hope I can get away with that one. I'm hoping that the fire came from here that done the damage here, or that's going to be messy. The only good thing is it's an error that is going to hurt me more than him, I think. But it's still a blunder, isn't it? Okay. Well, I'll just need to keep an eye out for it when I'm watching things back, and put a comment. And I want to say there's probably nothing I can do about it now. The other unit has went away. The bunker's just got that paralysed team on it. So if it was this squad, it possibly was the squad that shot this guy up on it. I think it was, when I think about it. Well, there was a plus side to it for us as well, because it enabled us to move up here, didn't it? And I only moved up here when I knew he couldn't then shift fire back because he was pinned. But I shouldn't have been able to do that fire anyway. I'll have a look, and we might just need to put that one down to one of them. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's get this finished. Moving on now, and need to get out there. Yeah, so that was a good result for him. Just wonder if that would have... Well, we would have still been able to fire onto that card. It doesn't stop us from firing that way, you know? It's just that... Also, I'm just got that wee bit in my mind about bunkers, about how they can maybe move out them. Well, the actions that they took there were fall back, weren't they? Yeah, one was from the event, and one was actually from the actual enemy activity. Right, anyway. Have I not got another unit to resolve combat on? Yeah, this German unit here, which is +1 for the card, 13, +1 for being pinned. There's +2, and he's all pinned fire, so it's a +4 for him. Yeah, +4. There's still a pin as well, so he's staying the same as well as the other guy. They're just not getting in and happening. Yeah, and then we had that incoming in there, but that guy's moved back, so nothing doing there. And we're firing on automatic weapons here. So, well, that moves us on to actually tracking ammo. So, we used a mortar mission and an artillery mission there. That done very little. Okay. And then, right, 50 cal's not here. What about the light machine guns? Second light machine gun fired. And first light machine guns firing as well. So both of them have used the point ammo. Bazooka we used. There's a grenade there. So it was the second bazooka, is it? Yeah, second bazooka fired. That's the first of our bazookas firing, I think. That's what I've got anyway. Our mortar section, well, it fired the last time, so it probably did fire again. Yeah, it's here. Although it was pinned at the time, it still counts as firing. So, yeah, I've scored the wrong bit off there. So that's a mortar section, used 2 of its rounds. It's got 2 left. Okay, and the light machine gun team is here. No, he didn't fire then, did he? He's on his fire team side, but he's still, I guess he still tracks the ammo that he's using. Yeah, I would have thought so. But he didn't fire there, because he moved back and then activity, didn't he? Yeah. Right, so that's that. And then clean up. Okay, remove grenade miss, expose markers. Incomings hang around. Expose marker. Yeah, he got out of a nice sort of bit. You remember, he's there. Yeah, maybe do sort of like do that, Grant, with him. And also this guy here, because I kind of forgot about him, just to try and bring it to my attention. Right, and this guy here. Right. I don't think that was affected at all, but I could have possibly went and checked that, done a general initiative across there. Right, I need to watch these guys hiding under the cover markers then. It's fine if there's VOFs and PDFs coming from the car, but if there's not and they're just hiding under a cover marker like these 3, then it's not so easy to realise what's what. I mean, this one up here is under this bunker, but we're firing on the card. I get some reason to that. Okay, adjust VOS, PDFs. Enemies firing at cards without valid targets first, actually. I don't think there is. The only enemy that are firing on us is here still. Adjust VOS, PDFs. These are still firing at each other, but all pinned. Now this is not small arm anymore. This is heavy weapons. So the mortar's unpinned now. So heavy weapons on here. Automatic weapons on here. I'm gonna need to watch that because that's going to use the heavy machine. No, I didn't use that because it was exposed, but I will use it next turns. Well, we're going to do something with that anyway. Here we're firing with automatic weapons, and here we're not pinned anymore. So small arms. Yeah, because they were pinned first, weren't they? So small arms in there. Okay. Right, I think that's it. Move on to game turn 5. Remember the 2 little blue cubes were the battalion HQs here for these 2 turns. So we will be using him again. He's up here. Whether he's allowed to be up here or not, I don't know, but he's there. He's in the fight. Yeah, well, I do know one mistake I made, and that was that bunker situation. So, well, at least I can point out when I spot it, when I watch it back, and hopefully, like I say, hopefully it's not caused too much of an issue. I get the feeling it's been worse for us than it is for them, so, but it does look like it's been a blunder that's caused some fire into here that shouldn't have happened. And the fire should have been on this card. Remember, these weren't there at the time that it happened, though. That's the thing, but however, yeah. Right, better get away for now. Working tomorrow. Might get a chance tomorrow night. I'm sort of later shifts. The start of the week, and well, tomorrow's Sunday, but that's the start of our week anyway, work-wise. And as the week goes on, a bit sort of more day shifty, so I might get more of a chance near the end of the week. And hopefully try and finish this mission before next Saturday. That's a plan, but we'll see. There's no guarantees with that. Okay, I'll be back when I'm back. Okay, cheers.